Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel, and today what I'm going to be making is I'm going to show you how to make PJ's Chewy Chocolate Chip Cranberry and Almond Walnut and Pecan Cookies. Okay, so what I want to do is just show you guys all the ingredients what I'm using first. Show you everything that we're going to use. I basically have mostly everything in their measurements except for the small liquid. I don't have that on here, so when we come back we'll get that started. So first of all, we're going to use flour, and the flour that I use to make my cookies is whole wheat flour, and this is the one that I use right here, high altitude. It's Hungarian natural wheat flour. Okay, and like this said, just totally your preference what you want to use, but I'm just showing you one way that I do make these types of cookies. They're chocolate chip cookies, but I add a lot of different things to it. Okay, so then of course the flour, and then the sugar. I'm going to use about 1.5 cups of brown sugar. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bowl because that's what we're going to do first. Go ahead and put that in the bowl. Okay, and then I'm going to use 1 stick of unsalted butter. Okay, and then I also use Crisco sticks, and it's the butter flavor, and I actually use a half of this, so I'm going to cut this in half along with the unsalted. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Now those two things we're going to mix together in an electric mixer, and we're going to mix that up, and then we're going to add in 2 eggs. I'm going to add in that, and then we're going to add in some cinnamon. Okay, organic cinnamon. I use that, and I put that in the flour mixture. Not in here. See, this is the sugar and the cream. The butters are in here. But in the flour, we're going to go ahead and put the cinnamon in there, and I use allspice. I use that seasoning because it's the nutmeg flavor and cinnamon, so it has a flavor of its own. Okay, and then the vanilla we are going to put in there with the sugar and the butter. We're going to mix that in there with the electric mixer. Okay, and then in the flour, so we have the wheat flour. We're going to be using 1.5 cups, okay, of the wheat flour. Okay, and then we're going to use baking soda. We're going to use about 2 teaspoons of the baking soda. Okay, and then what I'm going to be using, and these are the different nuts that I'm putting in it. I'm going to put my nuts in there. That's why I called it cranberry, almond, walnut, pecan. We're going to put about 1/2 cup of pecans in there. And I might leave them whole like this, or I might make them small and crumble them up. We'll see when we come back. And then I'm going to use about 1/2 cup of walnuts. Okay, those are chopped. And then I'm going to use about 1/3 cup of the cranberries and the honey roasted almonds. And that's what those look like. And this is the package. So see, this is what I use. I use this on the salads too. So this is excellent on the salads. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And then we're going to add some salt. We'll add a little salt in there. And I'll probably use about 1 teaspoon of that. And I use sea salt. Okay. And I think that's it. Oh, the last ingredient is the main one. Okay, I do use grandma's molasses. Okay, that's what gives the cookie a little moistness. It makes it real moist and tender and chewy. So that's what this is going to do. And of course the morsels. Okay, what I'm going to use, I have a cup here. Okay, so this is like a 10-ounce bag, so it's not like it's 12 ounces, but it might as well, it could be 12 ounces, and we just go ahead and put the whole bag. But this is what half of that looks like is a cup. So, you know, we can add on that. I could add that in there too later. We can add that in there. So I think, oh, there's another ingredient we're going to add. It's real all small over here. Okay, we're going to add some fresh ginger. Okay, fresh ginger we're going to add in there. Probably about a teaspoon of that we're going to add in there. So I believe that is everything there. So when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and mix the eggs up, the butters, and the sugars. And when we come back, we'll put the flour and all our rest of the ingredients together. Okay, so stay tuned.